The disappearance of the Saudi journalist, Jamal Khashoggi, has battered the image of Saudi Arabia and of its powerful crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, a key player in many of the Trump administration's ambitions for the Middle East. Turkish officials say that Khashoggi was slain inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul by Saudi agents on October 2 while he was trying to secure a document he needed to get married. Saudi leaders have denied harming Khashoggi, but have not provided a credible explanation of what happened to him. Saudi King Salman presents Donald Trump with the collar of Abdulaziz Al Saud Medal at the Royal Court Palace last year. Credit. Trump threatened severe punishment if it was confirmed that Saudi Arabia killed Khashoggi. But after speaking with King Salman on Monday, he suggested that rogue killers could have been responsible and dispatched Pompeo to Riyadh to see the Saudi king. In his strongest language to date over the mystery surrounding the missing journalist, Trump said in an interview with the Associated Press on Tuesday, "Here we go again with you're guilty until proven innocent." On Monday, a person with knowledge of Saudi Arabia's plans said the kingdom was planning to blame the killing on rogue elements who did not act on official orders, a scenario that could allow the monarchy to acknowledge Khashoggi's death while protecting its leaders from culpability. An endorsement of that conclusion by the Trump administration could help limit damage to Saudi Arabia's international reputation. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Center, is greeted by Saudi Foreign Minister Adel Al-Jubeir, after arriving in Riyadh, for urgent talks on Tuesday. Credit. Brett McGurk, the U.S. envoy to the coalition fighting the Islamic State, dismissed the idea that Pompeo's visit and the disbursement of funds were connected. The Saudis had committed the money in August, he said, and the United States had expected to receive it in the northern fall, or around now. The specific transfer of funds has been long in process and has nothing to do with other events or the Secretary's visit, McGurk said. Loading but the official involved in Syria policy said the payment process had been unpredictable. The money was pledged in August but it was unclear when it would show up, if at all, until it suddenly landed in U.S. accounts. Since he took office, Trump has been trying to limit the role of the United States in Syria, where a 7-year war has shattered the country, killed hundreds of thousands of people and left entire cities in ruins. In August, his administration decided not to spend $230 million that had already been earmarked for stabilization programs in areas once controlled by IS in eastern Syria. The Saudi money, in addition to another $50 million given by the United Arab Emirates, would allow American programs there to continue, but on other countries' tabs. An American soldier sits on his armored vehicle on a road in Manbij, North Syria, earlier this year. Credit. The funds will be used by USAID and the U.S. State Department for a variety of programs, including infrastructure repairs and provision of health, education and sanitation services. Complicating Trump's position is his administration's stance on Iran. White House officials are worried the apparent killing of Khashoggi, and Saudi Arabia's changing account of his fate, could derail a showdown with Iran and jeopardize plans to enlist Saudi help to avoid disrupting the oil market. Loading playing in 5, officials said the dilemma comes at a fraught moment as the U.S. is expected to reimpose harsh sanctions against Iran on November 5, with the intent of cutting off all Iranian oil exports. But to make the strategy work, the administration is counting on its relationship with the Saudis to keep global oil flowing without spiking prices, and to work together on a new policy to contain Iran in the Persian Gulf. If that carefully coordinated plan moves forward, the Saudis would likely see a significant increase in oil revenue at exactly the moment Congress is talking about penalizing the kingdom over the Khashoggi case. It is one reason that Pompeo was sent, with a few hours' notice, to see Salman and the Crown Prince on Tuesday. Part of the problem is optics, officials said. Saudi Arabia looks like a brutal ally, including by leading a deadly military campaign in Yemen, just as Trump and Pompeo have been casting Iran as the region's bully. It's a neat trick if you can both sanction a country and partner with them at the same time, said Richard Haass, the president of the Council on Foreign Relations, who worked for several Republican presidents, and it's not easy to keep the focus on Iran's behavior when the Saudis are doing terrible things to journalists and dissidents, and bombing children in Yemen. New York Times.